Arrested, can I have some? Can I have some? Hi, Mixed martial arts arguments channel. Mixed martial arguments channel. We can pay as much as we want. He begs money from RSN. He goes, Please, I receive, give me more. Please, I receive, give me more. Fogger face, fogger face, fogger face from a black lagoon of Bangladesh. Fogger face from a black lagoon of Bangladesh. Crawling to the UK, say, please, I receive, can I have some more? Please, I receive, can I have some more? Fogger face, fogger face, fogger face, fogger face. He sold that it was in Paris. He created a channel called MMA. MMA stands for mixed martial art argument. All he does is argue all day on Fogger Face's channel. Mixed martial arguments. The news all that Fogger Face corrected because this unity between his Muslim brothers. 24 hours MMA on Fogger Face. Mixed martial argument channel. Boycott that bullshit channel. He's a Fogger Face from a goddamn black lagoon of Bangladesh. There's no morals, no isn't. He brought out my RSC. We can pay him again and we'll sell him out again. We'll pay him again. We'll be sold out again. We can pay him as much as we want, even though he will take money. He'll take anything. He'll take a cucumber. He'll take a carrot. He'll take anything as long as it's a gift. As long as he can do something. If you know what he can do with a carrot and a cucumber. Yes. So they kind of like, little things he can do. Okay. Let's get started. Now, obviously, I'm Brother Polite. Stop spamming, you little prick. So today, there was a trap played for the Raj. There was like a big orchestrated trap to get the Raj. And so what they did is they tried to get me onto Fogger Faz's channel so the Siyaa could grab me and start tearing me apart on the live stream. Obviously, she's not Speaker's Corner Skits. How do you know she's not? Unless you could give me audio, yeah. So they're trying to get me. So what did the Raj do? I hid. Because you know what? You cannot win an argument with a woman. No matter what you do, you're gonna look like the bad guy or an idiot. So what you do is you hide, and from behind the cupboards, maybe chuck a few insults like, go and wash the dishes, go to the kitchen and broom, go to the kitchen and do what women do, cook, but you're worse than men at cooking. Even though you're supposed to be better than us, all the best chefs in the world are men. So just keep on chucking these kind of sexist, kind of like, kind of broad statements, and then keep on hiding and chucking them like dishes. Yeah, like you're chucking dishes at, get the broom woman. So they tried to get me on there. And the thing is, yeah, I am not going to argue with you, Siyaa. Do you know why? Because I am playing chess, and you might be playing chess as well. I'm not going to say Siyaa is stupid. Let me say something. I don't believe Siyaa is stupid. She might be on the chessboard, but I'm not stupid. I'm not arguing against Siyaa. If she jumps on a panel, I'll let her roast me, and I'll be going, I'd start crying in the corner and just keep on chucking a few wash the dishes jokes all over the place. So for me, I'll just address what she said about me. So I didn't go Speaker's Corner today because I forgot I have to go to my sister's tomorrow. And I thought I was supposed to go on Wednesday, but I've got to go on Monday. I got the dates mixed up. So I'm going to be around my sister's for a week and a half, looking after Bullet, R.I.P. Gucci. But Bullet's still about. So, I've got to still look after Bullet. So I'll be away for a week and a half. I'll probably live stream a lot more just because I'm going to be bored. So you'll probably see me about more just because I've got nothing to do there. So I'm going to be there from tomorrow. And so I have to, I've got a customer's portrait I've got to do and finish. I'm still doing this goddamn drawing as well. And so I didn't have a time to go today. I can't even go next week now either. I've got all my dates mixed up. So I'm going to have to go in 2 weeks' time. I will be back. I will be back. But this week, I'm going to be at my sister's all week, and Nick the week after, and most of the week after as well. So I'm not going to be around home. So I'm going to go through the video of Siyaa. Before I do that, let me just see. Ah, the young Ottoman. He was the first fan to jump on, that young Ottoman, otherwise known as the young Indian. The young Indian who's ashamed to be Indian. Yeah. And we ruled, can I say something? Yeah. Big up to the Sikhs, yeah, because the Sikhs ruled Kashmir. Yeah, big up to us, man. Big up to the Sikhs for ruling Kashmir. We actually ruled it and was like, we don't really want it. Let's give it to the Dogras. You can have it, like sometimes when you're chucking out the rubbish, like, here you go, take Kashmir if you want it. We don't need it, so don't worry about that. Yeah, so Rayon, big up. Maggie, is that the real Maggie or is that a fake Maggie account? Big up to Maggie if that's Maggie. Suzella later, big up. Ali, that little nutcase. Whose picture has he got today now? God, I don't know who that guy is, man. Don't know who that lunatic is. Man like H, Son of Christ, Black Stallion. Yeah, this is quite an interesting comment. Raj, this was predicted weeks ago. Siyaa and Respect had obviously spoken before she called him a truce with him. Maybe he told her he's Muslim, and so she forgave him. She fell for Respect's carrot bait. Yes. I'm blubber right, going mad. Betty, big up Betty. Big up Betty. Mad dog. Torok. I should really mod Torok up here. But Torok's a bit unpredictable. I don't know who. I need to find out how many people, because I don't like people deleting comments. So I'll decide later. Oh, Oz is here. Big up Oz. Triple S. Yeah, I'm going to be around my sister for a week and a half, Oz. Oh, Sophia! Big up. Why are you not at Speaker's Corner? Danny TT. Okay, Speaker's Corner. 1 week it was closed. The other week it was raining like mad. The other week it was raining like mad. Today I have to go around my sister's tomorrow. I thought I had to go on Wednesday, but it's actually tomorrow. And I got the dates mixed up because I was supposed to go Speaker's Corner earlier today, but then my sister told me that I have to go on the Monday night, not Tuesday, because I thought I had to go late Tuesday evening, like after 12 o'clock. I could get there 12 o'clock in the evening on Wednesday morning, basically. But I've got to actually go to tomorrow. I'm still confused about what day to go. I think is it tonight? I'm going tonight or tomorrow? Oh, I'm going tomorrow morning. Yeah, is it tomorrow? I'm so confused at the moment. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, so I'm going to go over the video with Siyaa, rather than, because they wanted me to go onto the panel and for Siyaa to totally ravage me with her nails. You know, her big nails and ravage me, yeah, and destroy me on the panel. But I'm not going to give them the satisfaction of going and doing it on there. Now, she will catch up to me sooner or later, a bit like Freddy Krueger gets his victim. Siya's going to get her victim at some point. I'm just going to try my best not to go sleep and be caught off guard. Yeah, so I'm going to try my best. So let me... do you see Phil Mitchell's video about what Respect said on his show last night? Oh, where's Phil Mitchell's thingy? Big up to Phil Mitchell. Let me just go through that video then. Let me have a look where it is. Let's see if I can find it. Phil Mitchell, the pink-headed. The other thing is that Respect and Siyaa have joined forces here to defeat me. And I have to say, Seth Fazal Raj and unbiased Respect hits new low and encourages supporters to. Okay, let me listen to this because I don't think I heard this.
Pigeon can just talk about me from his space now.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm debating your bosses now. You ain't bothered than all of them, man. There, you ain't getting no time. You get me? I don't know why you're trying to join, but I think you know you're banned from the Lions then. So go somewhere else.
Okay, so do you know when you say I'm banned from the Lions Den, yeah, Respect? Do you know what that means? You're a coward. The Lions Den is not the Lions Den. It's the coward's den. You cannot take the heat. This is why you have to have StreamYards and constantly mute and chuck people out. Now, the thing is with Respect, yeah, he's used to defeating his enemies quite quickly because most of them are pussy holes, yeah. No offense, But I've realized when it comes to me and Zabida, there's something about us that just triggers him. He can't keep his emotions in checks when he's with us. Yeah. And so the only thing he can do now is to try and block me. So I'm banned. Can I say something? Congratulations. I've made it. I'm banned. To me, that is a badge of honor. When you say I'm banned, what you're trying to say to me is, Raj, I can't take the heat from the Raj. That's why you ban me. You can't call something the lion's den, but when you jump in there, you're muting, you're blocking people backstage, you're banning people. It's not the lion's den, it's the pussy's den. You can't take me in the lion's den. I've beaten you because you banned me. So that is a badge of honor. I might get a badge just saying banned from the lion's den. Yeah. And you can see that. So I'm going to listen to this quickly because I don't think I heard this last night. So this is Jake O'Connor or Phil Mitchell saying something that he said, Raspberry said last night.
You find the grooming funny. So you can't talk to us about grooming no more. You know what I'm saying? You find mental health funny. You know what I'm saying? All of these things you find hilarious.
So I find grooming and mental health funny. I mean, where have you got this proof from? I mean, where's the proof that I find grooming and mental health funny? Like where has that come from? Because that's a big claim to make. Let's see what the evidence, what great evidence he gives me.
So can't tell us all these fake stories about your niece. She was just a
okay, fake stories. First of all, it's not my niece, it's my cousin. And I've said before, I'm going to say something now. I don't care if you believe me or not. Seriously, I've got to the point now, no matter how much proof I give someone, if they don't want to believe, they don't want to believe. And I truly believe that now, because I've given the details of the case of my cousin to Boops here from Speaker's Corner. And he looked into it and he found it to be correct. Now, even though this is the case, his so-called cousin, Mr. Singh, Fingerspect's bumboy, still writes in the chat that my cousin ran off with a Pakistani guy, even though he knows the story to be true, because the SAS, I don't want to say too much about it, they actually dealt with the case. So I've got actual people that dealt with it that can confirm that it happened. That's why a year ago, I don't know if you don't remember, but some guys from Sikh Awareness Society come down to support me at the park in the beginning. Although they don't agree with my rhetoric, they agreed with the fact that what I was saying was true. So they come down. So big up to them for that. They did put their kind of themselves on the line. I had to blur one of the guys out. So I'm kind of giving up with the trying to persuade people, because no matter, the only way they're gonna believe me is if I actually bring my cousin and show them my cousin and give their name of my cousin. I'm gonna say something now that's never happening, because she would be traumatized by the savages who will try to ask her nasty questions and will traumatize it. It's taken her 10 years to get to a space now where she is comfortable. And let me say something. My cousin, although she doesn't always agree with my methods, appreciates the fact that I'm trying to expose this. So what can I say? Till she tells me to shut up, I'm not shutting up. Until she tells me, Raj, don't say no more, I'm going to keep on saying more. So don't worry about that. You can't keep me quiet.
Political ploy that you was using, just like you use political ploys all the time. Like I said, in the, like, let's say someone was to believe that man believe the pigeon. Worst case scenario. Bro, the pigeon radicalizes children. Are you mad? The pigeon's husband is Simon. Are you mad?
God.
The pigeon thinks rape and grooming is funny. People threatening to groom little Sikh girls, the pigeon would find that funny. Because when people threaten to rape people's assholes, the pigeon finds it hilarious.
Okay.
So say one of the
Okay, first of all, I don't find it hilarious. I said countless times that I would never let Raspet get fingered. Have I not said that? If you find that as a joke, I'm not even joking. If somebody, yeah, like Waleed was going to try and finger you, yeah, in a fight, I would stop them. And that's not even me joking. If he got his finger and was about to do that, I would stop him. I know it sounds hilarious because it is a bit stupid, but I would not let you get fingered. Yeah. What do you not understand about that? I'm not condoning fingering you. I'm saying I wouldn't let you get fingered. So I don't know why you're getting so goddamn butthurt about this unless you do have a finger up your butt. Okay, let me just get something and play the rest of it. I didn't even know this one. Big up to Phil Mitchell for getting all this stuff.
He came on here and threatened to rape young girls from his community. He would find it funny. Anything anyone says about Raj's mum, Raj's family, anything to do with rape, I will not defend the pigeon.
You don't
if someone threatens to rape one of his family members, I may defend the pigeon. If someone threatens to rape one of his family members and makes a little nickname out of it, it would be okay.
Okay. So you can see what he's doing is kind of very sly. What he's saying basically is to his cult, because remember, he's in a cult. So what he's saying to the cult is this: Raj is fair game now. Raj is fair game. Raj, you can do anything you want to him. And what he's going to do here, and I'm going to say something, he's going to do it. There's a video of Speaker's Corner Skits, yeah, who did a video of me and my MUM in some incestual relationship here, which was disgusting. And at some point, Raspect will play it because he tried to play it last time and I called him out on it. I said, do you agree with somebody making me and my mother in a cartoon in an incestual relationship? And he stopped playing it, but he found it funny. Now you're going to see, I'm going to say something, yeah? Fingerspect, you're going to go in the gutter to defeat me, yeah? And when you go in the gutter, when you try getting out the gutter, you're going to be filthy with all the shit you did. Because listen to what you're saying to your followers. You've not said it directly, but it's indirect, what you called go ahead to now target me with any means necessary. So listen.
People threatening to groom little Sikh girls, the pigeon would find that funny. Because when people threaten to rape people's assholes, the pigeon finds it hilarious. So say if one of the Akis came on here and threatened to rape young girls from his community, he would find it funny. Anything anyone says about Raj's mum, Raj's family, anything to do with rape, I will not defend the pigeon. If someone threatens to rape one of his family members and makes a little nickname out of it, it would be okay. The second,
righteous respect, giving his daily sermon to the cult of Fingerspect. You are allowed to now go for Raj. No hold bar, my cult. Anything you want to do to him, we will destroy him with any means necessary, even if we have to condone the most barbaric acts to do it, yeah. Belly saying, LOL, this is like the waiting room for disgruntled fans. I'll big up to Real. So what he's saying now is that it's a go-ahead for me to now be attacked. Now, let me say something. There's a guy that goes on to Fingerspect's channel, and he's one of the main guys that is in the cult. So obviously there's a cult of Fingerspect, and he's always saying, big up Jack with the big putt, yeah? Remember this, yeah? Remember, he always bigs up Jack with the big putt. Now, remember, Fingerspect is against noncery. Fingerspect, yeah, is against people being nonces. Yeah, big up to Real Maggie. You got a show later on. I'll let you go. Why are you not modded? I don't know why he's not modded. I'll have to mod him up later. So he says that, yeah, and there's an individual on their particular channel called Jut with the Big Pot, and read what he's written about Zubaydah, and we're gonna truly see if Fingerspect is gonna hold this guy to the standard that he held real to, that he held everybody else to. Let's see whether he's gonna truly hold him to that standard. Yeah, because I'm gonna show you a comment. I know I should have shown it, but bloody my phone's not working. So basically, this guy Jut with a Big Butt mocked child abuse. Now, when you're mocking child abuse, we're gonna see how consistent Fingerspect is in terms of child abuse. Because remember when, Real said to the kids, make sure you don't get bummed by your scoutmaster, which is obviously a disgusting, stupid thing today to say, but it doesn't make him a nonce. We know that because the police would have got him arrested, and all he did, he was being a prick. It doesn't mean he's a nonce. There's two different things. Let's see if Fingerspect will hold one of his own cult members to the same standard he had held Real Maggie to, and also a guy that I actually find disgusting, a guy called Luca Brasi. I actually don't like Luca Brasi. I think he's a nasty guy, and he said some disgusting stuff about Raspect's kids and stuff, and I find him disgusting. But let's see if he's gonna hold, them to the same standard as his boy Jut with the Big Butt. Because let me show you what Jut with the Big Butt actually wrote towards the Bida, and tell me if you think, that this is acceptable or oh, what have I done, man? Oh my god, this is starting to annoy me now. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting pissed off now. Where's that comment? Let me just see if I can find it. Got so many goddamn stupid. Oh, I can't believe it. Can't believe it. Stupid thing isn't downloaded. All right. Yes. Let me just get a Jut with a Big Butt. I will say that his team up with Siyaa Live is a good move. It's a good tactical move. He did have to chuck Villy under the bus though, so was it worth it? I don't know. I wouldn't have. Me personally, I wouldn't have done it. But then again, I'm not righteous. I'm not righteous, but I wouldn't have done it. I would have been like, okay, she's got a beef with my boy. Is it worth me kind of chucking him under the bus for it? I don't know. We'll have to see. And I know I'm not reading the comments, but I can imagine Veli going, Rod, shut up, Rod, you're your goddamn juggly master. Nah, I'm being straight with you, man. I'm being honest with you. Like him and Fingerspect and Siyaa are now like best mates here. Like that is a disgrace in the sense that this guy has been calling her a demon for God knows how long, and now they're freaking pally with each other. Maybe because Raspect has become Muslim. Let me say something about the Fogger before I go on. Yeah, the Fogger Faz has lied openly about Raspect becoming Muslim, and guess what? Nobody has called him out. Yeah, do you know why? Because the Fogger is a very good manipulator. Yeah, he's next level manipulator. What he did was he set up. So if you look at for the last 3 days, Fogger Faz's channel has just been about arguing for 3 days. 3 days. And if you look at the date that he was called out was 3 days ago. So what he does, he opened the panel up and he just let everyone fight for 3 days to distract from the real thing, which is that he lied about somebody becoming Muslim and saying wallahi in the process, which is I think is a big thing to do, to lie about someone becoming Muslim in order to stop two people arguing. You say, stop arguing. That's your Muslim brother and sister now. So Zabida and Waleed were like, hiya, Rasnik, my Muslim brother. They were hugging and everything, metaphorically. And now they find out it's a lie. Yeah. So the whole truce between them was based on a lie. Yeah. Which is not acceptable. You don't, it's like, you know, you got a war going on and you lie in order to stop the war. But the lie is going to come out at some point and the war is going to continue and probably even worse. Let me just show you what Jack with the big butt here wrote. So he goes, you're so he's saying to Zabida, remember Zabida, when she was in care homes, she was on the foster care, she was a little kid. Remember, she's only 22, so when she was fostered, she would have been like a young girl. He says, Zabida El Rabi, you're so butters, you couldn't pay someone to molest you in foster care. Now, is that a nonce comment? Tell me if it's a nonce comment. Am I going mad? That he says, don't worry about pressing 1. We're not in the cult. Don't worry about going against me. Let me say something, a difference between myself and the cult of Fingerspect. If people in the comments started saying, Rod, you're wrong, I wouldn't start spazzing out. I'll be like, okay, that's your opinion. Okay, tell me why. So I want to hear what people really think. Don't go with what I believe, but I believe is something that I think here is definitely nonsense. Yeah. He says, Jack with a big butt says, he added our Zabida, you're so butters, you couldn't pay someone to molest you in foster care. Remember, when she's in foster care, she's a kid. Yeah. Now, today, I then kind of confronted that guy, Jack with a big butt, on another channel, a channel that I will not name. Actually, it was Veli's channel. Don't worry, it was Veli's channel, so I can name Veli's channel. And his reaction was pretty telling. Yeah, let me read it. His reaction was, God, where's that bloody thing? Oh, here it is. So he goes, if you give abuse occasionally, never have I mentioned your family because you have given me no reason to do so. She did, and I gave it to her full force. So he believes that mocking, noncing, yeah, or pedophilia is something to joke at, is something to use against somebody. So let's see whether Fingerspect is going to hold this guy to the same standards that he has held others to. And let's see if the cult of Fingerspect is going to ostracize this guy or still embrace him as one of their cult members because he's brainwashed. Yeah. Let's have a look. Now, I'm going to go through, let me just say whatever, because I've not heard this bit about Raspik. Is that you talk about pedophilia, everyone's a nonce, Yes, Rod, yes, I would. Oh my God, this is a bit of a killer video.
We don't execute them.
Yes, I would. Yeah, and this is a daughter being a right. Yes, Rod, yes, I would. Wow, I forgot about that one.
Does the term?
Forgot about that one.
She's not his pregnancy.
Phil Mitchell is killing it, man. Let me go through. So I'm going to actually listen to the Siyaa live stuff because she was addressing it to me on the Foggers. And I'm just going to go through. I actually haven't heard it properly. So let me, this will be kind of my first real listen to it. And I'll address each bit of it whenever she's going through it. Bro. So they're up. Oh. Let me see. Where does she jump on? Okay. She jumped on there earlier, and right here it is. Okay, so here's her jumping on, and she jumped on especially to say the Raj. To say the Raj. To get the Raj. So let's see what she's saying, and I'll respond to her like that. Now, obviously, I'm a bit of a scaredy cat, so I'm not actually, I'm not actually gonna go on there. I'm actually gonna just, right. So I'm gonna play it as so we're playing.
So much to the point that I'm at the fast.
So just to clarify, this is audio just from like 30 minutes ago on Foggers. He might hit me with a thingy, with a strike. I don't know. And on the audio, they were trying to get me onto the panel so they can rip me apart. Yeah. And obviously, my contention was this: that Siyaa Live. I don't really have a massive problem with Siyaa Live myself personally, but she has done some nasty stuff, including to Veli and people like that. And Veli's been her a long-term enemy, and so has Raspect or Fingerspect, yeah. And so my contention was this: that okay, you're only siding with her now because you got a problem with Zabida and you're getting your ass whooped, so you need the protection of Siyaa. I believe Siyaa actually resolved the issue because she didn't want no more issues. I'm saying Raspect sided with Siyaa in order to stop himself from getting whooped by Zabida, not you. That's the first clarification. Yeah. Secondly, I believe that Raspect, in order to do this, did chuck Vili under the bus. I'm sorry. You can call me shit stirrer, chuglia, whatever you want to do. That's what I believe. Because I've been watching this for the last year and a half, and it can't be a coincidence that you, for a year, have been calling her a fitna pig. She's a racist. She's this. She's a terrorist. You name it, he's called her it. He's called her a racist. He's openly said Siyaa Live is a racist, but now he's got a truce with a racist. Either she's a racist and you're never gonna have a truce with her, or she's not. I'm not saying she's a racist. That's what you called her. So let me just play the audio.
About with Siyaa and Respect, and what was that about?
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's
This guy.
damn. Yeah, all you need, you good now.
The problem is that there's too many discussions going on.
No. So Faz said I was going to be on 6 p.m. and he just doesn't come with promises. But yeah, I came here literally to destroy the pigeon, right, Raj, because he has been doing some propaganda that I have to address. Like,
I'm scared.
People don't want to leave me alone with their full crap.
Yo, Siyaa, 1 second. Yo, everybody else, yo, mute your mics, please. It's like interference. You know, could you talk? That'd be great. Thank you.
So yeah, thanks, Surfaz, for this opportunity, and a big up to everybody that is listening. As you guys know, I'm Siyaa, and as you have heard, I made peace with Raspect, and ever since I made peace with Raspect, for some reason,
peace with Raspect. Yes, they are now besties. They have joined forces to defeat the Raj and Zabida as well. They have joined forces because Raspect of Fingerspect was getting his ass whooped. And now he has joined his mortal enemy, the so-called nasty racist Siyaa Live. I didn't say that. He used to call her a racist, not me. And he used to refer to her as the fitna pig, not me. I didn't used to say that. I called her Jihadi Jane. Yes, I named you Jihadi Jane. You did not name yourself. And I took the name away. Yeah, I know. It's a bit cruel.
And has been spreading propaganda about why I made up with Raspect and that I'm supposed to be his BFF and this and that. So I came here to address everything from top to bottom. So I first want to say this. Raj has benefited of my beef with Prospect because ever since that I stopped attacking Prospect, basically Raj has been preying on Hobeida, Zubida. I'm gonna call her Hobeida Zubida. I will not give her the respect to call her by her first name. So I will call her Hobeida just for the sake of it. So basically, he has been profiting very much for the beef that I have with Prospect, and ever since I stopped, Raj has been clutching on Hobeida to do the dirty work for him. And I think the reason why that is because whether you hate Prospect or whether you big him up, he does has some sometimes live shows, a lot of the times, not sometimes, discussions about the Islamophobes in the park and everything. And obviously, Raj works for the Islamophobes.
Oh, I work for the Islamophobes. Where's the paycheck? Where's my money? Where's my cash? Where is it? Can you see it? Can you see? Do I look like I'm working for anyone apart from myself? Yeah, and look at that goddamn TNT Greeks. TNT Greeks, yeah. Let me say something to you, yeah. Let me say something. TNT Greeks is there. Yeah? Let me say something to TNT Greeks. Let me show you something. Let me show you something about TNT Greeks that people don't know. Look at this. You're going to be shocked. You think nice little TNT Greeks, you know, does no wrong. Yeah. Am I not doxing? I'm not doxing, am I? TNT Greeks miscalled me for no reason. He just rang. Can you believe that? He knows I don't like people just ringing me. He just rang my phone at 11:00. What time was it? Thursday, 11:08. He just rang my phone randomly, and he knows I hate people ringing me unless there's a purpose. So I didn't pick up. I saw it. I was like, ding, 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 ding. I hid it in my pocket. I turned the volume down. I was like, don't listen. He'll go away. He'll go away. Then I was like, okay. Then I started feeling a bit bad. I was like, what could have happened, yeah, for him to think he can ring me in the middle of the morning, yeah? And guess what? Guess what? I said, you called me. Read this. Look at what the abuse I'm getting from this bloody Greek. He said, I said, you called. Text me. What's up with you? I hate talking to people on the phone, Pudida. And his response was, you're such a conjure. LOL. This is the type of things I have to put up with from the Greek. He's lucky the Raj he's got some kind of fondness for the Greek. Otherwise, I would have blocked that goddamn number. This is a disgraceful behavior from the Greek. You know, the Alexander the Great going into India is one of the biggest disses from the Greeks. This has to be number 2 towards the Punjab. Me. Ringing me at 11:08 in the morning. Oh, how dare he? And he didn't even have anything to say. Let me just say something, please. This is to everybody. I don't want to talk to you on the phone. I don't care how your day is. I don't want to know what you're eating or what you're watching. I don't give a shit. When you ring me, if you do not have an actual gossiping or something to tell me, do not ring me. I beg you. Unless there's something to say. I don't want to chit chat with people, man. Oh my God. This is why I love Speaker's Corner. Let me explain why I love Speaker's Corner. Speaker's Corner is giving me what I've always wanted, which, and don't say, oh, Raj, you got nothing. It's given me something that I've always craved, which is a no, what I call kind of no, what is it called? Commitment kind of friendships. So Speaker's Corner is like a no commitment type. Oh my God, I looked at the phone. I thought it was going to be TNT Greeks. I nearly cried. So for me, Speaker's Corner gives me something. It allows me to have people that there are people that are considered to be friends. Some of them are acquaintances. I won't say who, but it allows me to be able to have these kind of acquaintances and friends without the bullshit, without the bit about having to build friendships. Like, how are you doing? Oh, how was your day? Is your family okay? How was your day at work? I don't care. I just want to meet people and just say, okay, what are we going to talk about today? Yeah, I hate this. I don't like that. And just have a bit of a discussion and an argument. That is the way I like my friendships and acquaintances. Yeah. I don't want to know about Sam M's day. I don't want to know about TNT Greek. I don't care if Rayon was sleeping on a park bench. I don't care. Sorry, Rayon. I don't know why I picked you out. I was going to say Rashma Actor, but I was like, I do care what Rashma Actor does, though. I like Rashma Actor. So, yeah, drama or nothing. True. And that's the first thing you've ever said, which is sensible. Did King go gold? Right, so let me go through the thingy. Let me go through it again. Just to clarify, Rayon doesn't sleep on park benches, but if he did, and what? Ultra Funky's in the house, that goddamn demon sent by the atheists to try and destroy religions. And he's doing quite a pretty good job of it, that little lunatic. So let me hear Siyaa live.
Raj gets all these assignments from somebody above him. I don't know what his Richard Ingman or whatever the hell of that Islamophobe's name is. He gets all these phone calls and messages from that dude to continue his anti-Islamic propaganda in the streets. So when I was attacking Raspek, obviously Raj was very, very happy that I was doing that because I was occupying Raspek from him attacking the Islamophobes. But what I have to say about Raj, you have exposed yourself for being the Satan that you are. I would have never thought this behind you. Like, I heard that you were a vicious person.
Oh my God. So you heard I was a vicious person, yeah? Like, and you're shocked that I'm a vicious, that it was true. I've never really hidden my kind of like intentions. I don't really have an issue with Siyaa, so I didn't really have a reason to kind of like beef with her. Obviously, like with her, like she's a female, but she's quite vicious as well. So I don't want to get into an argument with a woman who's gonna freaking more like go nuts on me, and then I can't say nothing. I think it's pointless because I'm not going to argue with you and start abusing you. So yeah, I mean, shaitan's a bit. Let me just say something. Calling me a shaitan, I think that's a bit far. You could call me like a creature or something like that, or maybe some demon. But shaitan seems a bit harsh. I'm not going to lie.
I heard that you had autism. And I felt sorry for your autism. No. You know, I was like, oh man, this person has Asperger's. Maybe that's why he's like cuckoo in the head. But then I saw how your reaction is with my peace treaty with Prospect, how you were triggered and how you behaved, and you exposed yourself so much to the point that I'm really thinking that you tried to use me as a pawn in your so-called chess game to get at Prospect.
Yeah, I did. I'm open about it. I'm using you, Siyaa, in order to expose Raspect's or Fingerspect's hypocrisy, the hypocrisy of the Fingerspect. I have not made any lies about that. I've not even pretended I'm not. When I go on to Veli's show and I say Fingerspect has chucked you under the bus, Veli, I am telling him the truth, what I believe. I'm not saying it because I'm saying it is a lie. To me, I feel like Fingerspect, yeah, has chucked Veli under the bus in order to side with Siyaa, who he has claimed to be a racist for the last 2 years, and now you're suddenly pallies with him. Now the autism thing, yeah, let me say something to you, Siyaa, and to everybody out there. That's your problem. If you want to attribute all of my actions to autism, that's not my problem. I have been diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome. That it doesn't mean everything I do is because of the Asperger's syndrome. Yeah, you do get that, don't you? I'm a human being. I'm not an autistic goddamn lunatic. That all I am is autistic. I have Asperger's syndrome, and certain things, yeah, are affected by the Asperger's, but it doesn't define me. You're defining me as an autistic person. Yeah. So if you want to give me that leeway, that's your problem. I've never asked you to give me any leeway. Everything I do or say here is not because of autism. You do get that, don't you? It's actually quite kind of disrespectful to autistic people to always go, oh, it's because of your autism that you're doing this. Yeah. No, I'm doing it because I'm a prick. You get me? It's nothing to do with my autism. I'm a bit of a prick. I was just downstairs with my nephew, yeah, and I bloody done his head in for like 15 minutes. And I loved it. Drove him mad. I'm always saying to him, like my nephew, I'm always like, whenever he says something to me, because he argues with me a lot because we're both politically very different. And whenever he argues with me, I always go, listen here, yeah, I changed your nappy. Yeah. And it's true. I changed his nappy. So you owe me something. Yeah. I haven't changed no one else's nappy. So to my nephew, if you have it, I say this to him, you owe me. And I'm serious. I don't even lie. When he's backtracking, I said, listen here, I changed your nappy. I looked after you, boy. I looked after you, boy. Listen to me. I've not looked after anyone, any of my nephews and nieces that looked after this nephew because he lives close by. To me, he's like my kid, man. Like, so I've never changed anyone's nappy apart from his. And I'm like, dude, you better put some respect upon this name. So I'm very vicious with him, yeah. Like just downstairs, like I was triggering him. Like I love triggering people. And so even my nephew, I do it. I'm just like, you know, triggering him, and you know, and I'm like, all right. He's always like, Rad, thank you, Uncle, Mama. We call it Mama. Thank you, Mama G, for doing that. But how long do I have to be grateful? I'm like, listen here, boy. There is no end time. When I change someone's nappy, yeah, I expect a lifetime's worth of gratitude. Yeah. I accept that's the truth. Yeah, Raj, I think the same. Yeah. I've not changed anyone's nappies before except to his, so he better be freaking grateful for that shit. I looked after him loads of times, man. Like, you can't freaking take a little bit of ribbing from me afterwards. I want to freaking, you better freaking listen up, man. All right, so let me listen back to my thingy. Let's have a look. Where is my bloody thing? Okay, let's go. Yeah, so stop blaming the autism. Oh, Raj, I felt sorry for you. Oh, Raj, you got autism. I thought you was a bit cuckoo in the head. And rah, rah, rah. Look, let me say something to you. I agree. I'm a lunatic. I'm cuckoo in the head. But let me tell you something about people that are a bit cuckoo in the head. They're also the people, yeah, that can say things and do things that you would never, ever have the guts to do. You need people like us. We're the people, right or wrongly, that have the guts to go out there and speak our mind and look like crazy people, and everyone's saying you're mad, and say, and like I was talking to my nephew today, and I said, I don't think I've got no more embarrassment levels left now. Yeah, like I don't get embarrassed anymore. Like it's very hard to embarrass me now, and in that way, like because when I was younger, I used to get embarrassed quickly. now I've got like some kind of superpower that I don't get embarrassed anymore. I'm like, all right, I find things quite funny, but even if they're very embarrassing, I'm like, oh, it's hilarious, you know, quite funny. All right, let me just...
Okay, you think you benefited of the beef, but you didn't. I know that Hobeda is so dumb for her to allow you to use her, but I won't be the pawn in nobody's game anymore, whether that's you or somebody else. I decide who I'm gonna have peace with. I decide who I'm gonna have truth with. Okay?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Raj,
real quick. The myth is real. If you jump on a live panel fast and say Raj name 3 times, he show up. He's in the live chat right now.
Yeah. I know he's gonna record this.
I've recorded it.
He's gonna dream about this, and Lord knows what else is gonna do with this.
Siyaa, let me say something. Yeah, I'm not gonna do nothing with the recording. I'm not Abu Mujahid, whatever his name is, who wants a one-eyed wife, and every time he hears your voice, he starts to get a little bit funny. Yeah, I'm a little bit more controlled than that, so don't worry. Just be using your audio as a way to kind of point some of your inconsistencies out.
Because I've seen him having 2-hour live shows about my piece with Prospect. Okay, I just want to make sure. That I didn't make peace with Prospect, so I would go ahead and attack Hobeda. I have never spoken to Hobeda after I made peace with Prospect. I made truce with him. And you know what's so crazy? The fact that he's trying to use Belly to get to Prospect so they can beef with me again. Raj, what is your agenda? Like, you're so scared to jump on this panel to be confronted because you know I will annihilate you.
Okay, what is my agenda? Siyaa. Now, my agenda is this, yeah. I'm gonna show that my agenda against Respect is nothing, it's not complicated. My agenda is to expose Respect as not being righteous and not being somebody that who he claims to be. Now, I don't have no hatred for Respect. I don't dislike Respect. But what I do find problematic is he says he's righteous and his cult think they're righteous. And what I'm going to show you by me, kind of digging, kind of exposing what he did with you, is that he, is not righteous. Yeah. And I am not righteous. If he comes onto a panel and starts saying to people now, okay, I'm not righteous, you know, I try my best, you know, I make a lot of mistakes and I'm backbiting and I love slandering people and, you know, I like to gossip and, you know, but what can I do? Yeah, I'm just a human being. I'd probably lay off. But the problem with him is that he does one thing but says something else. Yeah. And whether people like me or not, I'm pretty consistent. I like to gossip a bit, man. I like to talk shit. And sometimes I like to shit stir a little bit. And I'm open about it. But you do it, but you pretend you're some kind of saint. And until you stop doing that, I'm going to keep on exposing you. Yeah.
Raj, you pigeon. I never...
pigeon. And am I scared of you, Siyaa? Let me say something here. Let me say something about Siyaa. When it comes to Siyaa, she's a tiny little female. Yeah, she's very small and petite. Not the big woman that people have tried to make out to be. She's small. But I will say something. She's deadly. Now, am I scared of you? Yes. I'm terrified of you. The same way I'm terrified of Zabida or Betty or any of these women. Do you know why? Because you women are crazy. When you get in an argument with you, even if I'm right, if I raise my voice and go, yo, whatever, I will look like the bad guy. So to men, you should be scared of women, especially women like this, who have a mouth like a machine gun. And then anything you're going to say back, you're going to look like a bad guy. Once you realize this, your life's easier. I've got 4 sisters. It took me 22 years to realize not to argue with them and and I'm not saying I haven't argued with them, but I try my best not to get aggressive, or get very angry and try and just keep to the thingy. What I do with people, with females, He just say, go to the kitchen, wash the dishes, do what you're good at, do what God sent you to earth to do, cook, even though men are better chefs than you. Go in the kitchen and try your best, even though all the top chefs in the world are men. You were designed to cook, but you're still not better than us. So I do a few sexist like little jabs. Yeah, so big up to Betty, yeah. Like, even with Betty, like, there's no, the thing of it, and this, all right, let me just say something. You can't win an argument with a woman, yeah. But there are certain females that there's no point even trying, because not only can you not win the argument, they're going to destroy you in the process. They're going to treat you like a freaking ragdoll and chuck you around the room, yeah, like you're a goddamn little Pokemon or something. And this is Betty. No point arguing, but Betty will freaking rip you, eat you up, chuck you about, and you cannot beat her. Yeah. So what's the point unless you turn to a savage? Zabida, another person you can't argue against, because she will freaking rip you verbally and chuck you around like a ragdoll. And I'm gonna put Siyaa in there as well. You can't talk to Siyaa; she'll beat you up and chuck you around like a ragdoll. So why am I gonna argue with these three girls? Even Zabida, when she was gunning for me, I didn't say shit. Even when Betty was gunning for me, I didn't say nothing. I don't want that heat. I don't need that heat, man. God says I've got enough people want to go for get me. I don't need those. I don't need like a freaking a woman that can. A woman's bad enough, but when you got a woman, yeah, that can freaking more out talk you, yeah, and out cuss you, just leave it. Leave it, man. Leave it. Just don't even go down that road, man. No, you can't, Belly. Belly, see, Belly, yeah, and big up to Black Man's here. Belly, yeah, is still in denial. Like, he thinks, yeah, he could jump on a live stream. You got Zabida, Siyaa, and Betty. Now, the one way you could defeat them, Belly, let me tell you how you could defeat. If Betty was on the panel, Zabida was on a panel, and Siyaa, do you know how you defeat them? Give them some washing gloves and dishes. Yeah? Get some dishes, put them on the thingy, or just, you know, leave the toilet seat up. Just do something that men do to annoy them and then leg it. That's one way you defeat them, because they'll start arguing between themselves and they'll be bitching towards each other, and let them just destroy themselves. You can't destroy them. They'll destroy themselves, though. That's the biggest weakness of women. They bitch to each other, and so all you need to do is leave them all in a room and then end up killing each other, and then you could just, or just doing whatever, and you could just watch and go, yeah. Yeah, I know, Veli. Women are terrible cooks. Why did you do this, God? You made the woman to cook, and then all the best chefs in the world are men. How dare you do such a curse on humanity? I'm only joking. Women are great cooks, but they're not very good chefs for some reason. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because of competitiveness. Oh, the leader is here. Do you know what I was about to do, yeah? I was about to almost do a salute, yeah, to Steve, yeah, but that would have been terrible. Big up to Atheist Steve, man. I was about to do the big ups, but do you know what they would have done? They would have made it out to be like a Hitler salute. So I'm glad I've never done it, because I was about to go like, big up Steve! And I've just done it now, but I've just explained it's not the Hitler salute. It's actually just me saying big up like a high five. Ah, that was very close. All right, so I'll be round soon, bro. You don't come round mine, Black man, you nutcase. Oh, real? Oh, yeah. Oh, you're talking about the thingy. Yeah. All right. So let me listen to Siyaa.
I never called you a pigeon, but I'm going to call you a pigeon now. You're so scared to jump on the panel with me to be confronted, because you know you're going to be exposed, because you think you can use Valley against Rospec and try to trigger them again. So I will have another fight with them, and then the continued escalation of the fights and the beef is going to continue for your own agenda, because you don't like it when Rospec attacks Islamophobes. You don't like it when the attention is upon you people. You like it when I, a Muslim, is going to fight another person, and you're over there like, you know.
Hold on. Do you know what, yeah? It's sounding a bit suspect here. Now, Fogger Fazia has said that he lied about Raspect being a Muslim. But when I've spoken to Raspect, he's still speaking like he's a Muslim. So is Fogger Faz doing double takia? Is he doing a double takia? So he's originally told the truth, then that's the lie about the truth, and then there's lied again. I don't know, some takia madness going on, because I'm thinking that the only way that they could have really come to a truce after all the nastiness, because remember their beef has been so, let's just say, nasty. I've not seen a beef as nasty as that, and so Jack Sparrow says Rasta has got a split personality, maybe a Rasta and a Muslim. Yeah, that's not going to work out too well in Saudi Arabia. So either he's become Muslim and now Fogger Faz knows about it and he's keeping it to the side and going, okay, I exposed it too soon. Because yesterday or the day before, I heard Raspik saying that he's going to be announcing it when he wants to announce it. So he sounds very kind of like he's in the middle of still transitioning. Maybe he's like a trans Muslim or something. He's in a transitional period like a trans Muslim. I think that's what what's his name, that big-head lunatic from India said. What's his name about that goddamn Jordan Lem. Oh, look at that bloody atheist, ultra funky going around doing his dawah. Oh, look at me, I'm an atheist, look how good I am, look at me. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find out the true. Let me just play.
Laughing your tails off behind the scenes. But guess what, Raj? I'm not a pawn in your game. You're the pawn in my game. You didn't even know that I was in the park behind you, next to you, Raj. And if you think you can use a belly to get to Rasta to make this beef continue, it's never going to work, because they're not dumb. I'm not dumb. The only one who's dumb is Hobeida, who you are using again for your Islamophobic propaganda. And I know you get assignments, Raj. I know you get calls, Raj, to do this. And you're using depression, you're using your so-called suicidal thoughts in the past, you're using the autism for sympathy, but it's not going to work anymore for me.
Okay, I'm getting assignments. I'm getting someone sending something like pigeon post. I get the little envelope and I'm opening it up. What about that? I'm opening it up. She thinks this is what happens. Like I'm sitting at home and a pigeon goes onto the window. There's a window there. I then get a letter and I'm going like, okay, what's my assignment today? What did my leaders in the far right send me? Let's have a look. Oh my God, I did it. Labour Party membership. I thought I cancelled that bloody thing. Did I not cancel that? I didn't even know it was that. Bloody Labour Party membership. Labour Party membership. Yeah. God. Tim Harris. I don't even know. So that's kind of like the way they think I'm kind of doing my thing, yeah. Like I get these kind of messages and they self-destruct, like someone says, then I go out there and do it. No, I don't get no messages. All I do is I go with the flow. I don't get told what to do. Even the leader, the Stevenator, knows not to control me. Even though he's the leader of the movement, he knows I'm still a rogue element. I do my own thing. Yeah. I big got Rashma as well in the chat. Oh, I've modded her up. I forgot I did. All right, let me just see what she's saying.
After I seen your live show, how disgusted I was, how you're trying to get people to hate me again. Well, I'm trying to have peace with people. Well, I'm trying not to get on this Google Hangouts anymore. And you're over there trying to stir stuff up. You're trying to make people beef again. I am not going to forgive you, Raj, for this.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
I'm not going to be cool with Raj anymore. And guess what? Raj, you're on my radar now.
Oh no.
You're on my radar.
Oh no.
You think you're the king of chess.
Oh, no.
I am going to be the queen of chess. No. And I already have some plans up my sleeves.
Oh
Raj.
no.
So don't you think you have the upper hand because you don't have to. And you're like over there, Prospect and Siyaa are BFF. I didn't even
No, let me say something. I didn't say you're BFF. I said Prospect and Siyaa sitting on a tree, KISSING. That's what I said. I said Prospect and Siyaa sitting on a tree, KISSING. I didn't say you was BFF. I said you're sitting on a tree, you know, like pigeons, like, you know, best whatever. But I don't remember saying BFF. Yeah. Raj, what's the topic? I need to jump on. Yeah. Look at Veli gunning for me, my own stream. I feel like timing him out. Raj, what's the topic? And yeah, I do that. So what I normally do, yeah, is I jump on. I'm like, how long before I can actually tactically make my announcement? So sometimes I wait respectfully for maybe a couple of minutes. Sometimes I have to really draw it out. And then I'm like, how long before I can say it? But then what I do is I wait until somebody says something that I can add my little bit into midway. Yeah, I think I did that with what's his name? Ultra Funky last time. And I put my little 2 pence in about Fingerspect as I was doing it. Now, when it comes to this beef between Veli and all of this, Veli's got really nothing to do with it, to be honest with you. No offense to Veli, you're a bit like the side piece. Yeah, you're not really involved that much. No offense, I know he's going to get upset when I say you're the side piece, but you're like a piece on the side of the chessboard. I don't mean a side piece in terms of like, you know, you're just some kind of like, you know, somebody's you know, having an adulterous relationship. You're kind of like the side piece of the chessboard. Now, I know, I'm sorry. He's going to go mad now. He's going to go mad. I didn't mean it. All right, so you're just, what I'm trying to show here is that Fingerspect hasn't really got what you call the righteousness that he propagates. Because if he truly did, he wouldn't be siding with somebody or making up with someone who he claims to be a racist. Remember, I'm not saying Siyaa's a racist. He has been saying for 2 years she's a racist. He's been saying that. Veli's been saying that. So if he's saying that he's okay now with racists, then what is the problem with me being cool with so-called racists, that he calls other people racist? Because he's always saying to me, Raj, you're cool with this person, you talk to this person, you talk to that person, they're racist. I'm like, hold on. Well, you're saying that Siyaa's a racist, but you're now cool with her. What does that mean?
After the truth, I have never even like jumped on his panel. I have never attacked Probeta. I have been quiet and silent. The only person where I have seen chat so much crap was you, Raj. And I wonder, why are you so triggered that I made peace with Prospect? What is it up for you, Raj? Pigeon, bird, whatever you want to call yourself, or whatever people call you. Why are you bothered by me having a peace treaty with Prospect? Why are you triggered? Why are you triggered? And for your information, Raj, I even made truce with Valley as well, because Valley jumped on the same panel and I said to Valley, listen, I don't want to continue the beef with you anymore, so let's make a truce. And he was like, you know what? Shall I forgive you? Shall I not forgive you? I said, you know, do what you got to do, but I'm not going to beef with you anymore. And he didn't.
All right, let me just clarify something. Did you resolve things with Siyaa Veli or not? Because she's saying you have. Can you say yes or no in the chat? Because she's under the impression that you two are now on a peace treaty. Because I don't recall that happening. I heard you talking to her, but you didn't sound like you said yes. So can you clarify that, please?
Say anything, and we never, like, it was done. It was a done deal. That is my answer from him. You know, that's his answer by saying, okay, cool. That doesn't mean that I'm BFF with Valley. That doesn't mean that I'm cool with Prospect, that I'm gonna kiki and laugh and chat and do this and do that with them. I don't get it, Raj. Why are you bothered? And I want to say this to all the people that are so triggered by this, right? I am not over here saying you have to trust me or you're going to see me on Rospect's channel or on Valley's channel or this or that. I'm not saying this. And I also want to know, why are people triggered about this? Why? Why are you more interested in me fighting with these people than actually having a peace treaty? Because I don't work for nobody, but you work for somebody, Raj.
Oh, okay. I don't care about your bullshit peace treaty. What I care about is the hypocrisy of the Fingerspect. That's what I care for. I want to understand the hypocrisy and try and expose the hypocrisy of Fingerspect and his cult. That is my main purpose in highlight this. You, unfortunately, Siyaa, and I'm going to say it politely to you, are irrelevant in this. You're not even really the side piece. You're off the chessboard. You're just a means to an end. I have to make a point, and you just happen to be the person in there that I have to make the point with in order to show something that about Fingerspect that shows that he's a hypocrite. So you're not really relevant. It could have been anybody who he had a beef with and called a racist. It could have been any person. God, what am I doing? Oh, God.
If you're triggered the way you did, having 2 hours of madness going on, how me and Rospect made a treaty, made a truce. I'm not saying even treaty, I don't know, made a truce. Then you are on somebody's pay grade. Then you get paid for something, Raj. Because nobody else was triggered, just you.
All right, let me say something here, and I need people to understand this. I don't get paid to do anything at Speaker's Corner. I do all of this for free. My services that I'm doing right now and at Speaker's Corner is for free. I do it because I like it.
And for you to say that Hobeida kicked Rospect's head in and he's like now hiding behind my skirt and this and that. What did Hobeida trigger? What did Hobeida expose Rospect with? What did she do that made him so-called hide behind my skirt? She didn't even expose anything. What did she expose? Why does it matter if he had a contact with a woman or not? Why does it matter if it was Queen J or not Queen J? Why is it your concern who he shares his stuff with?
Okay, let me explain. Now, to Steve, listen here, you sexist pig. How dare you say Siyaa Live look cute? How dare you, you sexist pig? You can't compliment a woman, you pig. This is the 21st century. You'll be done for sexual harassment. You dirty bugger. You can't compliment women in today's age. Then they go mad if you call them ugly, though. If you call them ugly, they're like, oh, you freaking pig. You say they're, oh, you pig. Can't win. So why is it of importance, yeah, to me? Now, yeah, love the tamasha. Yeah, tamasha means like circus, like madness. Yeah. So big up to Aaron. So when it comes to this situation, the whole reason why Rospect or Fingerspect done the show to expose Zabida was on the premise that Zabida was spreading lies about Fingerspect and Queen J. He done the video, he done that whole slander against her and that attack on her to expose this. Now, if we got a recording that proves, yeah, that they were in some form of relationship, then that proves that the whole premise of Fingerspect's attack on Zabida was on a false premise. You get that? It's important. If you're saying that Zabida is lying about Respect having some relationship with Queen J, and then we hear an audio which has her basically talking to him like they used to be in a relationship, then there's a problem. Is it not? Because you said there isn't no relationship, and that's why you're now going for what's the name? Where's that bloody thing gone? No, I need to find something. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm. Oh yeah. So have a listen. So have a listen to this audio here. So this audio is Respect talking to Queen J, yeah, trying to and Respect has found out that he's kind of messed up by admitting that he told Zabida they were in a relationship. And remember, Respect is saying they weren't in a relationship and that Zabida is slandering. Now, one of the things I want to prove with this, and I know people can say, Raj, you're slandering the man. Let me say something. Fingerspect has been slandering me for 2 years straight. Last night, they did a whole show on me, yeah, titled the pigeon this and basically inciting people to kind of attack me and like, you know, my family and stuff like that. And so by Respect's logic is this: it cannot be slander if you have proof. Yeah. So I'm going to use this logic against Respect. I have proof of you talking to this lady, Queen J, that you said you was not in a relationship with, and that Zabida was slandering you, hence why you had to expose her. But now we can hear from the audio that your relationship with her was not just friends. Have a listen.
Anything on it when I was spreading it, and you saw it was her. Hello. I saw someone say, I saw it earlier, I saw someone say, so on the 10th, Doris said he put the ground into money, his inboxes with negative money into fools. Because I might have money, I won't spend it on fools. What, you put the days in? Yeah, it's him. Ask her to say there's rumours. Everyone's saying it's it. You said it was him, so can you say, I'm like, it's not you. It's him, because I can get him to come and confirm. Because you can get him to say to scare with them. What? Oh yeah, I'm charging my own phone. Get into my Instagram, taking a photo, and stalking me for how many weeks on purpose. To do all of this because she likes me. And starts attacking me when she's like, she hasn't addressed that. Addressed the whole thing. What you got to get out.
Actually, I think I got the wrong one. Let me find the right one. Hold on. Is that the one? Oh, here it is. Sorry, so I got the wrong one.
No, I said it there. It's got nothing to do with it. No. It's me. I just admitted I said it to her. I said it there. It's got nothing to do with it. I said it there. It's got nothing to do with it. I said it there. It's got nothing to do with it. I said it there. It's got nothing to do with it. Get him off your back. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say like, oh yeah, I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? I just come out with it. He said, oh yeah, he's more with you. Well, I remember he said, forget him on the time of it. And that's the thing I talk. You know me, I don't like lying either, innit? But I can see Ronaldo, I'm with you right now, anyway. You know me, I don't like lying either, innit? But I can see Ronaldo, I'm with you right now, anyway. You know me, I don't like lying either, innit? But I can see Ronaldo, I'm with you right now.
See, I can say I'm not with you right now anyway. Now, if I said I'm not drinking this water right now, it means at some point 5 minutes ago, I was drinking the water. Does it not? If I say I'm not playing PlayStation 4 right now, it means at some point I was playing the PlayStation 4 before. This is your own admission. I know it hurts because you are now being held to your own standards, which is that if there's proof, it's not slander. That's your premise on how to slander, because I believe the way he's been over the last couple of years towards myself, to Steve, to Betty, to Jupiter, to Real. I mean, Real has probably taken the most amount of savaging than anybody, because the guy has actually got to a point where he's actually made Real a potential target for a vigilante attack, because he's been claiming that he's a nonce in a way. Yeah. So this is the thing. Yeah. So when I'm showing that, is that me lying now? You've called her a babe and you said you're not in a relationship no longer. That's not my problem. Yeah. You said it. You said it.
It's none of people's business. It's a personal thing.
It's not no one's business, yes. But when Respect made it everyone's business, because let me say something here. Until Respect done the show a week and a half ago saying Zabida, because Zabida's here now, saying Zabida slandered. Oh, let me know. Aisha, AKC was such news and jokes with real. Oh my god. Wow.
Did you what the hell do it, right?
Wow.
I better not show. I'm not going to show anything unless I can verify it. Yeah, I don't want anything. I don't want these strikes, man. So maybe I'll do another show with that. Okay, no, I better not play anything. I'll do that next time. So, like I said, this is not about me continuing the beef with Respect and Zabida. This is not me continuing the beef that I want Siyaa to fight with Respect. I'm showing the hypocrisy. The hypocrisy of the Fingerspect. This has got nothing to really do with Zabida or Siyaa or anyone else. This is to do with Fingerspect. Yeah. Fingerspect started the beef with Zabida on a lie. He, is the one to blame for people knowing about Queen J's business. Because I did not know anything about Queen J apart from the fact she was some crazy lunatic on the chat that hated me. I didn't know who she was, what she was doing, had no interest in her apart from the fact that I thought she was a cult member. But because he did the live stream, Queen J being disrespected by Zabida, rah rah rah, he then put her in the public profile, and then for order to Zabida on them lot to now defend their name, they've had to bring out this proof, which has now made her life public. Your fault, Fingerspect. 100% your fault. Nobody else's but yours. Until you take responsibility of that, I will continue to play that audio until you come out and say, it's my fault. I bring out and I drag this lady's name through the mud, and I apologize. I shouldn't have done it. And I apologize to Zabida for falsely accusing her of speaking about her behind her back and lying about her. Yeah. Then maybe I'll stop playing it. Until then, I'll play what I want. Yeah. So here's Siyaa basically saying that. Let me say that. When you go, Sikhs believe in me. Okay. Let me just this up. Sorry guys, I got to get something. I should have really got this thingy. I'm watching a video of me watching a video of me watching a video, screenshotting myself. Dude, it doesn't make. You can delete your messages, but you have to understand, dude. Do not delete messages, please, Rayon. So this guy's saying Sikhs believe in me. We don't believe in you, Puddida. Are you God? Are you doing shirk? Do you think you're a God that Sikhs believe in you, you little freaking inbred degenerate? So I'll rewind it. Look what he wants to do. He wants to rewind it. I'll do that in a bit. So let me just quickly just hear what Siyaa. Now, let me say something. Siyaa, if you're listening, I didn't say you was hiding behind the skirt. I said that Fingerspect is hiding behind your skirt. I believe you made a peace treaty with him because you probably didn't want the headache anymore. You're moving on and you want to just kind of do a clean slate. Fingerspect did it because Zabida was swinging his jaw metaphorically for a week. And the only way he knew how to get out of it was to become Muslim. Yeah. And then on top of that, to also side with Siyaa so he can hide behind her skirts as she fights the battle. Because what will happen if Siya's on a panel and Zabida's on a panel and Raspik's on a panel, Siyaa will fight Zabida and Raspik will be hiding behind her little skirt going, oh, go for her, Siyaa, go for her. So you are metaphorically hiding behind Siya's skirt. But I'm not saying you are hiding behind Raspik's skirt. Yeah.
Can beef with me again? Raj, what is your agenda? Like, you're so scared to jump on this panel to be confronted because you know I will annihilate you, Raj. You pigeon. I never called you a pigeon, but I'm gonna call you a pigeon now. You're so scared to jump on the panel with me to be confronted because you know you're going to be exposed because you think you can use Valley against Rostag and try to trigger them again. So I will have another fight with them, and then the continue escalation of the fights and the beef is going to continue for your own agenda because you don't like it when Rostag attacks Islamophobes. You don't like it when the attention is upon you people. You like it when I, a Muslim, is going to fight another person and you're over there like, laughing your tails off behind the scenes. But guess what, Raj? I'm not a pawn in your game. You're the pawn in my game. You're the pawn in my game.
Siyaa, I've said it before. You're not even on the chessboard. You're irrelevant. Like I'm not. You're just a prop. That's it. You're just a way for me to prove the hypocrisy of Fingerspect. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. I have nothing personal against you. Don't really care. What it could be anybody, yeah, who he disliked that he's now siding with. When it comes to Veli, Veli's a smart dude. I can't manipulate Veli. Are you stupid? You must think he's dumb. I don't think he's dumb. I know he's not gonna fall for it, but I'm gonna try. Yeah, I'm gonna try. Trust me, I'm gonna keep on trying. But do I think he's gonna fall for it? No, he can see through me pretty damn quick. He shot me down already, God knows how many times. But am I gonna do it? Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'll probably do it. Yeah. Sorry, Veli. I will keep on doing it though.
You didn't even know that I was in the park behind you, next to you, Raj. And if you think you can use a belly to get to Rasta to make this beef continue, it's never going to work because they're not dumb. I'm not dumb. The only one who's dumb is Hobeida, who you are using again for Islamophobic propaganda. And I know you get. And I know you get assignments, Raj. I know you get calls, Raj.
Oh, my assignments.
And you're using depression. You're using your so-called suicidal thoughts in the past. You're using the autism for sympathy, but it's not going to work anymore for me because after I seen your live show, how disgusted I was, how you're trying to get people to hate me again. Well, I'm trying to have peace with people. Well, I'm trying not to get on this Google Hangouts anymore. And you're over there trying to stir stuff up. You're trying to make people beef again. I am not going to forgive you, Raj, for this. I'm not going to be cool with Raj anymore. And guess what? Raj, you're on my radar now.
All right. So, okay. All right. So, you went to the park. You walked about. You was filming me. I remember that day looking at you going, who's that weird little lady? Oh, where's she come from? Didn't think it was you because everyone said that Siya's some fat blob and Siyaa is actually small and petite. And so I never put two and two together. We also had the Winter Wonderland. So a lot of people were walking in and out. And so people walking in filming wasn't that uncommon. Now, when the Winter Wonderland is not there, if you was to walk in there at that time, it would have been a much more suspect because you don't have women walking around a lot down there, especially at that time. So the other thing is that when you walk down there, like when you're filming me, oh whatever, man. The other thing is, yeah, like you're not gonna forgive me. I don't care. Like, why do you think I want your forgiveness? Like, I need your forgiveness. I don't care if you want to forgive me or whatever. I don't really give a shit. Like, who are you to say, oh, I'm not gonna forgive you, Raj. I'm not gonna forgive you. All right, whatever, man. Big deal. I'm not gonna lose no sleep over that. What do I need? What do I care? I don't need your forgiveness.
You're on my radar. You think you're the king of chess. I am going to be the queen of chess. And I already have some plans up my sleeves, Raj. So don't you think you have the upper hand because you don't have to? And you're all like over there, oh, Rospect and Siyaa are BFF. I didn't even speak to Rospect after the truth. I have never even like jumped on his panel. I have never attacked Probeta. I have been quiet and silent. The only person where I have seen chat so much crap was you, Raj. And I wonder, why are you so triggered that I made peace with Prospect? What is it up for you, Raj? Pigeon, bird, whatever you want to call yourself, or whatever people call you. Why are you bothered by me having a peace treaty with Prospect? Why are you triggered? Why are you triggered? And for your information, Raj, I even made truce with Valley as well, because Valley jumped on the same panel, and I said to Valley, listen, I don't want to continue the beef with you anymore, so let's make a truce. And he was like, you know what? Shall I forgive you? Shall I not forgive you? I said, do what you got to do, but I'm not going to beef with you anymore. And he didn't say anything. And we never, like, it was done. It was a done deal. That is my answer from him. That's his answer by saying, okay, cool. That doesn't mean that I'm BFF with Valley. That doesn't mean that I'm cool with Prospect, that I'm going to kiki and laugh and chat and do this and do that with them. I don't get it, Raj. Why are you bothered? And I want to say this to all the people that are so triggered by this, right? I am not over here saying you have to trust me or you're going to see me on Prospect's channel or on Valley's channel or this or that. And I made videos on Prospect that he should stop saving a hoe. So beef, there's the beef that I have with these people. I'm like, I gotta stop doing this. I have to. So the back chat, you're working with
your hand forward and reach out to him. No, I would not, even though he's really, really that funny. And you need to with Raj, you gotta take his jokes and everything, but then you gotta deal with him. And I'll be honest with you, I deal with him in my own way, but I think I need to reassess how I deal with him and go about it in a different way.
Oh, TYO is talking about me again. Oh my god. What is it with these bloody guys?
Giving her fuel.
Oh, is that it? Is that the hate? Was that it? Oh, come on, Siyaa, man. You can do better than that. You can do better than that. Come on. I heard a little bit you lot begging me to come on. Let me just see if I can find that because
all I've seen is that people keep destroying him.
So we all approach him the same way now as well. Will you bonfire on that low IQ?
Big up great video. Big up.
Oh, great reaction.
You only criticize.
Keep it calm, everyone, man.
Do this, then.
Oh, look who jumped on there. Respect finger bengi. I might listen to that. Let me say something here. The last 2 days, that Fogger Faz, Fogger Faz is the greatest ever dodger of controversies I've ever met. This guy has gone through so many slanderous controversies that he's behind, and somehow the Fogger gets out of it. and I've started to realize how he does it now. What he does is this year. So let's give an example of what happened when he said he made a lie up in order that, you know, Respect was Muslim, in order to stop them fighting, yeah? In order to Zabida and them not to stop them fighting. Now what's happened is he's admitted he lied about that it was a lie. That is a big thing to lie about. It's not a minor thing. Now, because I wanted to call him up on it, he then, so let's listen to Fogger's lies here. So listen to what Fogger said the other day about him saying...
yeah, and I don't have to justify it to anybody. Okay, simple. Why are you telling Wallah Wallahi he took his shahada then? So why you don't have to justify it to me? Why, man? Listen, listen. Do you believe me, yes or no? I'm gonna bro, disrespect. You're an atheist. You're an atheist. I'm gonna take that word. I'm gonna take Russ because I spoke to him far more than okay, okay, no problem. Let's take Russ's word. Leave it at that. Leave it at that then, innit? Then I'm a liar. Simple. Leave it. Leave it. Then drop, you know, end the story, end the conversation. There you go, James. I know. Why would you say that? No, that's what I'm saying. You're moving speculation about it because there's always been loads of speculation, and everyone keeps going, "Oh, Russell's really a Muslim." Like, why would you use that? But that's been the talk, really. That's been going on for about 2 years now. Bro, fair, really. That's what I'm saying. That's not new, you know, really. It's not new talk. Listen to what I'm saying, though. But is it not going to cause even more people to start getting on fucking... It doesn't matter. I don't really... Listen, I'm a nobody. How can you take my word for it? I'm a nobody, innit? So don't worry, don't take my word for it. But what? But you know what the wickedest thing is? I don't mind, yeah, it's fine, it's done, yeah. But man said it with passion, like, from what I've heard about the recording. Man said it with passion. Okay. No, but what does it matter? No, but if it don't matter what we think, what does it matter what they think when they don't even like Respect? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. That. Why do you have to prove anything? Why do you need to prove anything big to Zabida and fucking Wally? What the fuck are they? Well, okay. So what did you lot do? Yeah, when your brother was getting slated by next person day in day out on making live streams. Yeah, what did you lot do? Did you sit there and watch? Well, I couldn't handle it, bro, because both parties are mine, both ways. I respect. Walid and Zubaydah, they're Muslims. So for me, if it means that I'm gonna lie about something and make it end. So be it, man. Both ways. I respect. Walid and Zubaydah, they're Muslims. So for me, if it means that I'm going to lie about something and make it end, please. I respect. Walid and Zubaydah, they're Muslims. So for me, if it means that I'm going to lie about something and both ways. I respect. Walid and Zubaydah, they're Muslims. Well, I couldn't handle it, bro, because both parties are mine. Both ways. I respect. Walid and Zubaydah, they're Muslims. So for me, if both ways, I respect. Walid and Zubaydah, they're Muslims. So for me, if it means that I'm going to lie about something and make it end, so be it, man.
Okay, so by the Fogger's logic, and no one's pulled him up here. Let me say something. This is how Fogger distracted from this lie. Look at what he did over the last few days, and watch here the channel of the Fogger's channel. He has made his Muslim brothers, fight for 3 days straight here. Nearly all hours of the morning, they're fighting. Oh, big up to Miss London Yoruba. I haven't seen you for a while. So when you see the channel for 3 days here, since this lie's come out, he has allowed everyone to fight. I mean, reactionaries fighting this person, Al-Qaqqa's fighting this person, and the Fogger is nowhere to be seen. What he's done here is a bit of a kind of I have to say it's a good move. He's put his channel up, yeah, to say, okay, I've got nothing to hide, but he's hiding behind all the arguments. So no one can jump on, because I haven't been able to get onto the show for 3 days, yeah. I've tried, and they won't let me on. And when you do go on, they'll either mute you or chuck you off if you say anything. Oh, right, he will. And for the last few days, that's all he's done. His channel here for the last 3 days has been the MMA channel champion. Mixed martial arguments channel, yeah, is his channel. It's a disgrace how he's managed to deflect. No one's pulling him up on what he said about Respect taking the Shahada. Yeah. Why? Yeah. Why? It's unbelievable. Listen again what he said.
So Respect, what's the issue with him? I don't No slander, no anything, yeah? Just tell me straight.
Okay. Respect yesterday in your channel admit that you called Queen J and apologized to her. Respect in front of everyone here who started this and make it live on his live stream. Did you, Sirfaz, talk to Respect about why he slanders this Muslim woman Queen J? Why he put her in this situation? Why he make everyone talk about Queen J?
Yeah.
No, you have to.
Yeah, no one knew who Queen J was apart from an avatar on a channel. I knew nothing about it, didn't care about her, had nothing towards her apart from the fact I thought she was a cult member. Now everybody knows who Queen J is.
Energy for us, but you have no energy for
Can I answer the question? Can I answer the question? I'm going to answer you one simple
Big up Raindrop.
And this topic gets deaded here, okay? We all get on, we all live happily ever after, and we all fight the Islamophobes. Respect, yeah? Wallahi, I'm going to say to you, if I said to you, he took a shahada with me, would you accept it? Would you accept it, yes or no?
Me?
Yeah, would you accept? If I told you now, wallahi, he took his shahada with me, would you accept it?
I wish, I mean, yeah? I mean, I will forgive him. I will forgive him. We're going to drop the case. I will forgive him and we're going to drop the case. Just because he become Muslims. There is case between us and us.
So listen to what he said. Zabida and Waleed basically said we're going to stop the beef because he's become Muslim. So this is what they believe now, that he's become Muslim. So this is what you call, and he's used this as a way to manipulate Zabida and Waleed. Yeah, it's a disgraceful thing to do, and I can't believe the fogger is getting away with it. Yeah, but I'm not going to let him get away with it. Yeah, you guys can, but I want to know why he made this lie up. Yeah, and was saying on God's name, basically. Wallahi, I've been told it means on God's by God's name.
No, it's hate crime what Respect doing, and we every day have appointments with police.
Okay, listen. So please, take my word.
Wallahi, it's done.
Listen. If Respect entered Islam, I know what he said to me. Okay. Right, and take it from me. I'm swearing by Allah what he said to me. Okay.
I'm swearing by Allah what he said to me. What does that mean? Can you not see how serious what he said the last couple of days is? I want to know something. I'm going to ask a serious question. Is your religion and God not that important to you, Muslims? Because it's confusing me. You get very angry about certain things, but for some reason, this situation doesn't seem to anger you. And is it because Mr. Apologetic said, for the greater good, Raj? Is it that you guys actually secretly agree with him making this lie up in order to resolve the issue for the greater good? Because if that's the case, you might actually be more taqiyya specialist than the Shias, allegedly.
I can't give you any more proof than that, okay? Then if I'm wrong, on the day of judgment, may Allah hold me accountable for it. No problem. But what I'm going to say to you, okay, please, brother, drop it, both of you. We've got enough issues going on.
Listen, Akhi. If Respect is a Muslim, if the main thing in Islam is you need to make it publicly that you are a Muslim. Since Umar ibn al-Khattab entered the Islam, the Prophet make it clear. You need to be a Muslim. You have to Ishhar Islam. What is the meaning of Ishhar Islam? Ishhar Islam means that you need to make it publicly that you are a Muslim.
1 minute. Okay, fine. 1 minute. I'm going to ask you a question. Listen, I'm going to ask you a question. Did Nagashi, in front of everybody, publicly, did he accept Islam? Yes or no?
Nagashi.
Did he die as a Muslim? Yes or no?
Yeah. I don't know. Allah Alam, to be honest, I don't know.
Right, okay. Well, we can find out he died as a Muslim. Okay? I'm not saying what he's doing is wrong. Maybe he's got his own problems. That's why he's not telling people. I don't know.
That's why he's got his own problems. That's why he's not telling people. What does that mean? You're saying basically he told you he's Muslim and that he's not telling people because of family issues.
You have to allow people for this, bro. Yeah, some people when they come to Islam, listen to me. When they come to Islam, maybe they got their own problems. Maybe they got their own issues. We don't know. Maybe he's told me something. He might have told another brother something. We don't know.
Watch. Oh, I couldn't handle it, bro.
because both parties are mine, both ways. I respect. Waleed and Zubaydah, they're Muslims. So for me, if it means that I'm going to lie about something or making live streams, yeah, what did you not do? Did you sit there and watch? Or I couldn't handle it, bro, because both parties are mine, both ways. I respect. Waleed and Zubaydah, they're Muslims. So for me, if it means that I'm going to lie about something and make it an end, so be it, man. No problem.
See, crazy, and nobody is pulling the little old what's his name up? That goddamn lunatic. It's unbelievable. Let me just play a little bit of Raspik jumped on before.
It's not only his behavior. You put it. I had people come on here talk crap.
Atheist channel demonstrating.
Yeah. If you're going around
with my guy, and I don't like my guy. All of you.
Oh, here's Raspik now.
All right, cool. That's when
you migrated. Your parents migrated to live in the Queen's democracy.
All right, so right now,
fun you as well then.
So at bare minimum, this guy is controversial, and you feel me? And people are gonna take him as a controversial.
You're controversial.
Oh, no, that's what I'm saying. I like you. You are extreme because of his beliefs. Y'all are coming. It's because of his beliefs y'all are coming at him. Because I didn't know
what kind of belief is it? What kind of belief is it to pick up the
Queen? But that's we have to be honest and say.
Like when a man's doing that, that's the most dangerous devil ever. So to even promote them in any sort of good light because they treat you good, like that's for me, like it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make sense.
No.
Sorry, he wasn't promoting.
If you listen, yeah, go on, brother. Abu Bilal. Sorry.
The guy wants to
interrupted you, Abu Bilal.
The guy's not.
Oh yeah, I was just saying he wasn't promoting the other channel. He was just saying he got treated better on the other channel, considering they were atheists, and this is a Muslim channel that wasn't expected. I've got to say, I agree with reactionary sentiment on the way this channel is run, and I'm sure everyone knows
but what he doesn't get is that people who are jumping at him are mostly the cuties, and he doesn't understand like he should expect that.
I know what people are annoyed with, yeah, and differently from that, like I've seen most of the man them on panels with certain people that he's calling out. But I haven't judged the man then based upon that and said, oh yeah, because I saw you in a panel with my guy and I don't like my guy, all of you lot are my guy. You know what I'm saying? All of you lot got to answer to what my guy believes that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but this is not what his argument here is. His argument here is that, you know, he doesn't like the way Faz is running this channel. He's allowing the oppression and the abuse to continue.
Abu Bilal, this guy has single-handedly taken over Jaffar's channel, made a mayhem and a chaos, left it. He did the same thing with Big Art channel, took over, became an admin, and then he left it. He did the same thing with Mafia, took over.
Oh, I'm not playing. Sorry.
I'm going to respond to you now. I'm going to respond to that.
It's game over.
All right.
So have a look at this here. This shows the desperation. Watch. What's the title on their channel? What's the title? Okay. God. So Siyaa Live and Raspik exposing Raj at sex pay and like, come on, man. Come on, dude. Have some shame, Raspik. Have some shame. Have some shut up, man. Oh my god. And look at this on Faz's channel, yeah. Look who's a mod on Fogger's channel. Please, Arasid, can I have some more? Yeah? Oh, Spider-Man. It's no, it's actually blue tack. It's blue tack. I know it's gone black because my hands. I'm using charcoal. So if you ever look here, this drawing, if I touch it, look. If I touch this drawing. So people always ask, why is there black everywhere? Yeah. Look, just by touching the drawing here, look. Where is it? So if I just touch here. And this stuff is very hard to get off. It doesn't just come off. It actually stains within the thingy. So anything it touches, it will stain it. So yeah, that's the problem with that bloody thing. So let me just see what Fingerspect says, because I need to go. I need to shoot. Let's see what Fingerspect says.
And see, the reality, but other than that, I don't have a problem with you, but it's when you disappeared.
That's not a channel. You're on channel, isn't it? Just arguing, man. Look, the whole channel on Fog of Faz is just arguments. Listen.
All right, we're gonna listen to the show that what happened last night. Yeah.
All right. What was the first thing you did when you came on start meeting reactionary? Yeah, and this is reactionary. Al Kaka said to Abdullah, no, right, Abdullah?
This is the show of Fog of Faz, the mixed martial argument show. The whole thing is about arguing. I thought he was gonna talk about me, about the whole thing, but it's about they distracted with this. Look.
And then you got upset with to me, and it's what they do, Falcon. In calling these labels are unjust for academics and nobody.
Oh, nothing was even there.
To the admin.
Nothing even there, man.
They have a complaint or somebody talking too much, complain to the admin, put it in the chat, do something, but don't.
Yeah, but it's not.
Don't worry about smudging it. The drawing's rough. So this drawing needs. I don't spray it because it's not drawn. I have to sketch it in first. So people, don't worry. When I touch it, look. There's not much I can do because what I have to do is get the composition right, and then I'll start detailing later. Right now, I've just actually just drawn it in. As you can see, it's kind of like taking a while. I've just drawn it in roughly. So everything's rough. Now I'm going to start detailing it. So I've got all the kind of background and stuff in. So you can see here, this bloody Nazi looking goddamn thingy. This guy with a machine gun to his head. He's kneeling down. Got the thingy. Yeah, it's just rough at the moment. So you can see here, if I touch it, so what I need to do next is start detailing. Let's see. Just so next stage. Yeah, go over to Real Maggie's. I'm going to shut the show off. Might jump over there for a little bit. If anyone wants to go to Real Maggie's, go over there. I need to shut the show anyway. I don't want to go over 2 hours. So like I said, let me just read a couple of comments. Yeah. Once it's done, yeah, it should be pretty good, hopefully. Rub my nose on it? You want me to tear the paper? You want me to tear the paper with my nose? Have you seen how sharp it is? Leave Al Kaka Zabida. Let me read the Al Kaka's messages. Let me say something here. The Fogger has done the best magician trick you can do, which is to distract from his lies about Raspet becoming Muslim. He's put his Muslim brothers on his mixed martial arguments channel to fight. So for 3 days straight, even now, I bet if I go and let me just test something here. Let me just test something. Let me go onto his channel now. Let me hear what they're saying. Let's see if they're still fighting.
By that time, there should be a photograph of him out. Yeah.
It's just so.
Get me, he's like a devil.
The whole show is just fighting from morning to evening.
So that one.
Morning to evening. That's it. Just fighting and 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 fighting. And you know what? Yeah, I love it. You know, one of my favorite shows now is the Fogger Faz show. I just sit there when I'm drawing, because you have to understand. A lot of people say, "Oh, Raj, you're always listening." I'm drawing, yeah. So I'll be standing here drawing, yeah. I have a TV screen over there that I can either watch on, or I can put my tablet on this thing, or I can watch on here as I'm drawing, yeah. So I can actually, just so people know, just to give you an example, because people say, Raj, how do you listen to everything? How do you see everything? Let me show you how I see everything. Let me show you. Let me show you before I go. just so you can get a little bit of a. God. I'm going to show you how I can see everything. Yeah. I can have it here. I can have it here. And if I put this on, let me show you the madness of the Raj. Let me show you the madness of the Raj. Only the Raj can do this. Sometimes I've got one headphone in, another headphone in, and I'm listening to two street, and I'm watching the comments on another one to try and I'm drawing at the same time. Yeah. You mere mortals, do not try doing this. It's dangerous. Only I can do it. It's like one of those magic tricks. You should not try this at home. Yeah. It's very difficult to draw and listen to like freaking 3 different channels. Yeah. Very difficult. Yeah. So yeah, it's like a NASA kind of thingy. And I've also, if I want another live stream up, I've actually got one more place I can put one here, which I don't really put up. I only need 3. I think 3 is enough. I think having 4 is a little bit overkill. Yeah. So look at this. The fogger's there. I can read the comments going up the side. Yeah. I got this one here if I wanted it. And I can screenshot. Then I got this one here if I need to, yeah. And then what I do is, depending on how complex the piece is, if I'm doing something mundane like lines, I can literally listen to 3 separate streams, screenshot at the same time, and draw at the same time. Yeah, think about that. I know. Do not try this at home. Do not try this at home. It is only for certain people like myself that can do it, man. My brain is a bit weird, I think. I've got a weird brain. I'm not gonna lie, I have to admit, I think my brain's a bit wide, a bit weird. Because I can seem to kind of like do all of them at the same time. I don't know what's wrong with me, man. Like some bloody bat cave. Okay, let me just say the buys, then I need to shoot off. Yeah. Surveillance room, yeah. Yeah. We'll look who's in the chat before I go. Torok, big up. Urban Analysis, big up. Rayon, big up. Sophia, loads of things on that side. Yeah. Let me say something, yeah. And this is not being racist. A lot of the Pakistanis up north here sound the same. It's the truth. I can't tell the difference between some of them, man. I'm sorry. I know you're going to say it, but I just can't tell the difference. A lot of them, like I speak to them, like I've met people at Speaker's Corner I thought I've met before, and they've told me they've never met me. I'm like, dude, I'm sure I met you. Now we've at first time we've come down. I saw you the other week, and I saw another one of you the other week. Obviously, marrying your cousins is not a good idea, and it is incest. Let me say something. There was a discussion going on yesterday about incest, yeah, on Fogger Fazes, and they were trying to say that marrying your first cousin is not incest. I don't want to break. I want to just listen. It's incest. Full stop. You're marrying as close of a blood relative as your own siblings. That's how closely genetically you are. Raindrop, big up, right? Oh, raindrops there. Apologies to Zell. He lied for the greater good. Yeah, I'm right. I think. Are you still talking about Raz? Yes, I am. Go Speaker's Corner. The same way that you always speak about me, I'm speaking about them. Yeah, it's incest marrying your cousin. There's no doubt about that. Like anyone that doesn't believe it's incest, you're in a bit of a problematic thing. Now, in the past year, your music for Fogger Fires mixer, big up to Red Rock. In the past year, it might have happened because of the small demographics in terms of how people could not travel. There's no reason to do it in today's age. No reason. If you're doing it because of your stubbornness and you're probably a perv or something like that and you fancy your cousin, yeah, who's really your relative, yeah. So you shouldn't be doing stuff like that. All right, so I'm going to shoot anyway. Big up to everybody. Kept it to 2 hours, thank God. And to Siyaa live. Siyaa live, listen here. I will hide from you. I will hide behind anywhere I have to get away from you. Not because I'm shook of you. It's because I don't argue with females, especially online. So you can do what you want to say. All I'll say is get to the kitchen, woman. Wash those dishes. How dare you leave the kitchen? How dare you leave the stove? Cook that food. And that's it. Yeah, that's it. I'll just do that and then I'll leg it. She'll probably jump onto another panel anyway when I'm there. Anyway, big up everyone anyway. Oh, just going to say, I'm going to be away for a week and a half around my sisters. So I might be doing more live streams than normal. I know people are going to go, oh my God, I can't believe it. But I'm bored over there. I'm there for a week and a half. There's not much to do. R.I.P. Gucci's gone now, but I have to still look after Bullet. So I'm going tomorrow night. And so I'll be there, probably start streaming, or I might jump onto other streams and stuff. So you might see me a bit more. I know everyone loves me. So I know everyone's going to look forward to more of the Raj. But what can I say? I am your God. Go Speaker's Corner. And I'll show you how I am your God. Watch this, bitch. You're on timeout. What a bitch. Anyway, I'm off.